Hi, this is Miss B from 914 Fashion Week. I'm here with Miss Shadae. Yes, Miss Shadae just got married, and I always say your married name wrong. Miss Shadae Edwards Poinsette?
Poinsette.
Poinsette. Okay. Okay, at least I know how to spell it. I can't say it right. I can't say anybody's name right. I'm always Miss, Mama, Sweetie, all that kind of stuff right
You
there.
call me Shadae too.
Shadae?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's Shadae.
Shadae? Shadae the singer. That's where
Yeah,
that
I
comes
think so.
from.
Yeah.
I've never heard it a different way. Shadae. Shadae. Shadae.
Yeah.
Shadae, Shadae, Shadae. And I'm still not going to get it right because all these years I've been saying it wrong.
I
But
know.
I'm just going to call you Mama, like always. So I want to ask you, when did you know you wanted to be a model?
Okay, so it was while I was in college. Actually, no. Back home in Jamaica, I enter a few pageants
Oh, okay.
because I've
Okay.
always liked to watch fashion shows. You know, the models see they do their thing. I always like that. And then I never after I did like a couple pageants, I said I wasn't too sure if I wanted to do it or not. So when I came here and was in college around 2014, I entered a fashion show at the school, and I realized that I was really passionate about this. You know, just being on the runway, you know, doing my thing. I was really passionate about it, and I was like, this is definitely something I could, you know, see myself doing on a
Right.
long-term basis. So I continued to do shows here and there in college, and once I graduated, I took it on full time.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, the nice thing is you're very natural with it. I tell you that all the time. I saw you in a few pictures, you know, on Instagram, some way back when pictures, and Slim and I, your husband, we be looking for new faces, people to do new things with. I sent him a copy of a picture, and I said, "Yo, Slim, this girl looks just like Shadae." And he said, "That is her." I was like, "No way. No way that's Shadae." He was like, "Miss B, that is her." And I'm like, "What?" And I've done that more than once. That I've sent him a picture and I said, "Oh, let's use this girl." He was like, "Miss B, that's Shadae." I was like, "What?" So for me, your transformation on the runway is awesome.
Thank you.
It's awesome. I don't even know who you are, which is crazy. Because I'm around you guys all the time. So when you're in makeup and your clothes change, your face changes.
Yeah, definitely.
And then when you hit the runway and you're walking, you can see it in your movement, your posture. It's like you're a totally different person.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And a lot of people, it's hard for them to get that. We always tell them, be natural, be yourself. But a lot of people don't know how to do that because they still tense up. And I know sometimes you get a little nervous too. But as soon as you see that camera,
It went away.
yeah,
It goes away.
yeah. As soon as you take your first step on that runway, done. I'm like, that's Shadae? Now, the first time I really seen you walk is when we did the 914 Fashion Week at the Galleria.
Oh, wow.
That was my very first time. And I'm standing there like this. Yo. You got a different type of walk. It has like a sway to it a little bit with a little attitude, but not attitude in a bad way. That's the best I can explain, you know. I be getting deep in things sometimes, I don't know. So tell me, how do you prepare for a show?
Okay, so after the casting, and then, you know, I find out if I get picked or not.
Right.
Then I make sure I have everything that I might need. You
Okay,
know,
good.
start getting my model bag ready.
Good,
Because
good.
that's very important.
What's that key thing you just said?
My model bag.
Thank you, model bag.
Yes.
Please
So-
tell the people, please tell these ladies what is in a model bag.
So you want to make sure you have at least 2 pair of shoes, a black and a nude.
Oh,
Basic.
yes.
Stilettos, preferable. And also you want to make sure you have undergarments, black,
Yes.
nude. Very
Thank
important.
You. Thank you, yes.
Um,
Yes. You can't think the designer's always going to have it.
No, definitely have to have undergarment. you get your makeup, your foundation. It's always good to have your own foundation
Yes.
because not every makeup artist can actually
Exactly.
match your colors. So it's always
Exactly.
good to have that.
Very good.
And probably anything else that you may think you need. That would be good to have. So I start preparing my stuff like way
Yes.
ahead of time.
Yes.
Make sure I have everything. So if I don't have something, I can go out and buy it. Closer to the show, I start just like practicing my walk. Sometimes I do that. I don't always have to do that. But I still try to practice my walk, even when I'm on the street, or I'm in the house. I put my shoes on.
Oh my goodness, you
and
do
just
it on the
walk.
street?
Oh yeah, I get into model mode sometimes on the
Okay.
street.
All right.
And so leading up to the show, I'll do that. The night of before the show, I make sure I get a good rest. When you wake up, make sure you have a good breakfast.
That rest is good. And people don't realize that you have to be well rested. And I suggest you drink a lot of water 3 days before up until that day.
Definitely.
Because that's a good cleansing.
You have to stay hydrated.
Your skin looks nice and, vibrant the day of the show.
Yes.
And a lot of people, they don't know about these tiny little things that gives them that extra glow on the runway.
Yes, definitely. Have to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
'Cause especially when you go into a call time that's like super early in the morning and you're there like all day.
Yes.
You have to make sure you have, you're well rested.
Exactly. Yes, I definitely agree. So, I know you took some time off from the industry.
Yes.
Took some time off.
For many reasons.
Yeah, you've been very busy, young lady. We've introduced baby Omri into the circle. Oh, he's something else. He's something else. You guys really need to stay tuned because I got some footage on baby Omri. He is definitely the child of a model and photographer.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see what he becomes. So, with that being said, you have baby Omri. This upcoming June is going to make the 1 year anniversary of your wedding.
Yes.
That not only was I invited to, but I made her dress. So that's exciting. So do you think you want to return back to the model industry, fashion?
I definitely want to. Not sure when yet, but I do. However, I don't want to go back to the same thing. It's like when you take a break from something, you want to give yourself that time to like figure out what is it that you really want out of it. And so when you go back, you're not just going back to the same thing. You're moving forward.
Right.
You want to work with different people. You want to do different shows. You want to start getting even compensated for your time on a bigger scale or something like that. So that's where I have to decide. Right. What is it that I really want out of this? Right. Or do I only want to just go back as a model, or maybe I want to start training models, or you never know.
You know what? I would suggest, being around you, that you can do both.
Definitely.
You can definitely do both.
Time-consuming,
and
but
you can make money doing both. Because training, you can make a lot of money doing training.
Yeah.
I mean, training can be a weekly thing. You make your own schedule.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of people who want to,
especially
go into
one-on-one training.
Yes, and they need the training. They really do, because I see them go to castings and they're not even prepared. Not at all.
Yeah.
They don't even know what to do. Like,
times.
What is a comp card? I'd be like, what?
And that's one of the things where it kind of like turned me away from the industry, because you go to these castings and you see some of the models that they actually pick, and you're like, but they can't do what they're supposed to do. You're like literally walk? You're literally just picking them because they're so tall and slender.
Yeah.
But when they walk, you're like, what is going on?
And they hope they could just wing it when they get there.
Yeah.
So at the show, they're like, oh, we'll just show them a few things. No, someone who does not know anything, you can't show them a few things the day of the show. Because one, they can't walk in heels on that floor. Walking on carpet is different.
Definitely.
2, once they step out and see like 2,000 people, they're going to freeze up and trip. And then when they see all the photographers standing in the front, and not all of them are nice if you don't, tell them beforehand to shut up. They'll be like, turn this way, turn that way. You can't have 10 people tell you to do 10 different things. And then what I tell my models, when you go out there, present you and also show what the designer has.
Yes.
Feel good in the clothes. Feel like it's yours. Own it.
You got to sell it.
Yeah. Own it. And also, most importantly, ignore the photographers. Because half of them don't know what they're doing. A lot of them are not professional photographers anyway.
Very true.
And those who are know how to make you comfortable, which is great. And I'm glad I know a whole lot of professional photographers.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, Slim. Slim's my number one, people. So don't get upset. All right, just fall in line. So
Definitely.
yeah. So I would really like to see you back out there, even if it's a tiny bit, even if you just put your little toe in there, because you have mad natural talent.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I don't tell that to
I wish
everybody.
everybody would just see that instead of just judging me based on just looking at me like, oh, she can.
You know why?
Like, oh,
because
she's so short.
You're very quiet.
Yeah.
You're very quiet. You're not 5'9", but you're not 5'5" either. You have long extremities, so it can work. I see things that a little deeper. I like look into the person. I don't look at them. I look into the person, and I can see that. That's why I can look at you and tell you A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to say, oh, you're beautiful, you can do it. No. I've watched you work. I stood back and I watched you work. You look very shy when somebody approaches you. Like, no. Because when I first saw you, I was like, I thought you was his assistant when I first saw you, Slim's assistant. And I'm like, oh, that's your assistant? He said, no, that's my girlfriend at the time. And I said, oh, okay. I said, she doesn't model, right? He said, oh. He's like, she got fire. Don't let the shyness fool you. And he still says that. Don't let the shyness fool you. And I think that's what people see in you. You're very shy. You're very laid back, and you're quiet.
Yes.
So you give off the demeanor like, no, that's not for me. I really don't want to do it. I do it whenever.
Yeah.
But I know that you can do it. That you can do it. I mean, and you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
So when you put on face and do the hair and form into the clothes, you don't even look like you.
I know.
We could be at a show and I could bring you to that show, and then you get dressed and I'll walk right by you and say, where's Shadae? Where's Shadae? You'd be like, Miss B right here, like, what? What?
Yeah.
And I've even stood there staring at you like this. And you're like, Miss B, what's wrong? And I do that to a lot of models. I watch the transformation and I'm like this.
That's not the same person.
Yeah, and then they'll think, okay, those who know me now, okay, she's creating. Because I tell them, when I'm staring at you, I'm creating an image of you. What I can see you do, what I think you should do in the clothes that you're wearing, how your hair should be. Like, by the way, I styled her. Just a jury. Clothing is hers, so she did great. And she did her own makeup, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can do these things. You don't have to have like tons and tons of makeup on.
Yeah,
natural is so gorgeous.
Very
I like
true.
my girls to be natural. I tell them all the time, when they're doing something for me, don't go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. You really don't need it.
Yeah, that's true.
If I picked you, you don't need it at all. Natural is so beautiful. And do things with your own hair. A lot of them, put the stuff in their hair. That's fine. But just have it, nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And not with the crazy nails. Oh my goodness. when you're going to a casting, and I even tell people this, try not to have the crazy nails.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
they're looking at that. They're looking at the crazy nails and
You have to
thinking,
know
are
how
they
to
going to come
represent
to the
yourself.
show with those crazy nails?
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
it's not going to go with my outfit. But I try to work with them. Oh, Miss B, I just got my nails done. All right, I'll change the outfit and try to work with that. I don't like people to go out, purchase, do a bunch of stuff, I try to have
And
my
then
own
that's
things.
some of the things that they need to be taught too. Like
Yeah.
you know you're a model. You say you're a model, and you know you have a certain time when castings are coming up.
Right.
So you can prepare yourself like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
closer to castings, just keep your nails simple.
I know.
Keep everything simple, because what they want to see is the true you,
Right.
not all of that extra thing that added on.
Right. And what they do is, okay, I'm gonna get my nails done for the casting.
No need it.
No. And they don't read the credentials for being at the casting.
Yeah, they don't.
I've had girls come in that 5'4", 5'3", but they have on the 7-inch heels. Sweetheart, no. I know you can walk in those heels, but no.
I mean, I could get why like a short person would want to do extra heels, because they, being a petite model, you get looked on a lot of times.
Yeah,
And
they do, but what I'm saying is, if you're going to a casting and they specify
like a certain
flat feet,
yeah, then that's
5'8" up. They didn't say 6-inch heels. That's not flat feet.
That's true. That's
So
true.
that's what I'm talking about. Now, the things I do, I don't have a height requirement. Sometimes I'll have a size requirement because I don't do plus size.
Yeah.
I might do a junior plus, sometimes I'll go to a 14, maybe a 16 depending on the shape, but I prefer, 4 to 12 or 4 to 14 maybe.
Okay.
It all depends. So, with the pandemic, everybody is not a 2 anymore. For me, that's awesome because I like the curve. I like a little curve. So I'm saying that's okay, babe. You're good for me. But, the other designers, they like 2s and 0s.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, but, that's just for the runway.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just for the runway. And unfortunately, that's what it is. I'm not saying it looks better on the runway if you're a 0 or a 2. Because I've seen girls, nice curves and beautiful. So, it's how you work it.
Definitely.
You just got to work it, boo. You got to work it. You really got to work it. So, anything you want to add to, how the industry is, or, your experience with the industry? Like, I know you said that it depends on what type of thing you're going to do in the modeling world as far as, runway training. So, do you want to come up with your own business, or you want to do this under an existing company?
I haven't quite figured that part out yet.
Okay.
Still in the works.
Because
So,
that's important. That's the main
I know.
important thing. Working under somebody else's brand and, doing things that they
yeah. So yeah, I mean, because not everybody, like for me, I'm not really big on per se running my own. So I like to work with other people,
Oh, okay.
And also because besides from modeling, I also focus on my accounting, my accounting career.
Right.
So it's a lot to kind of juggle both. So I have to find a middle ground.
Yeah.
To eat, to make sure I'm not saying I'm doing one more than the other, but just a middle ground.
So your love for numbers. We're not going to call her nerd, but her love for numbers, is that here and the modeling is, should I come up or am I stopping right
No,
here?
I think they're even. They're even.
What?
Honestly. They're even because the modeling for
Oh.
me, all right, so
So what does the modeling do? Okay, as opposed to, let's say, accounting, you get excited.
yeah, I do get
And then the modeling, is it the same type of excitement?
No, it's a little bit different. So
Okay.
it's like this. So accounting, that's my that's one part of my career field. I always like. I like when it comes on to finances and stuff like that. Budgeting, that's me.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then when I come to the runway now, it's or modeling, it brings something else out in me.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
how man said the Sasha Fish.
Yeah,
It's you're like this person on one hand and the next person.
Yeah.
So that's what modeling does for me, and also it's I use it like when I feel like down, stressed, or just overwhelmed. Like this is my getaway. So that's how I like categorize them. So this is
Okay.
like my getaway. So
The
when
modeling.
yeah,
Okay.
it's just fun.
So yeah,
It's fun.
it's like a vacation.
Yeah, it's fun.
So the accounting is work, but you still enjoy it.
Yes.
And when you want to take a break from that, you do
I
the
can just
modeling
go to
thing,
modeling,
and
yes. Yeah. It's like a fun thing. It's like, it really keep me going. Yeah. Because, when you're being an accountant and everything, you're just like serious and just thinking and just in the books or, all of that.
okay.
But then
so
modeling now
see
you get to just be free.
Yeah.
Yeah, and enjoy it.
So since you said that, now I see why people see you the way they do. You just explained it. It's because of how you are with the accounting.
Yeah. I try to like, not say I want to really separate the two, but I try to keep it separate. Like if a lot of people that see me modeling, they don't know me yet. They wouldn't know that I do accounting.
Exactly.
And a lot of people that see me at work or anything, they wouldn't know that I do modeling.
Modeling, yeah. Wow. So, yeah, I understand that though. I really do. I understand that. A lot of stuff that I do, low key,
yeah,
you separate. Like everybody knows I'm out there in the fashion industry. I don't keep that a secret.
Yeah.
But they don't know what I do for work.
Exactly.
I'm definitely keeping that a secret. Okay? I always separated my work from, my non-work work. Because that's still, to me, that's still work.
Yeah.
But it's a different kind of work. It's the kind of work where I choose to do it when I do it. And if I'm helping other people out, to me, it's not an all-day thing. I do what I do, and when I get tired, hugs and kisses, I'm out.
Yep. And that's kind of how I feel about modeling. Like I choose to do when I want to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not on anyone's schedule.
Yeah. I like that because it's less stress for one thing.
Yeah,
I see, I've watched models pass out. Like, sweetheart, why are you not eating anything? So when I travel with a little bag. You guys have your model bag?
Oh. I also have my food bag. No, I have my food bag.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I be showing up at a show with my whole food, like food. Everybody eating a little sandwich and crackers. Be like, Shadae, what you having? Oh, rice and peas and oxtail.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and
they still myself.
They haven't caught on to that. Like, how do you not feed yourself?
I said,
Because a lot of the shows don't have food like that.
No, they give you like sandwich, crackers, fruits, water. I said, that ain't not.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I mean, anything 914 Fashion Week is doing, you're gonna have water, you're gonna have something to eat, because it's only fair. I don't want you there for 8 hours.
Yeah, like you're there a whole day.
Yeah.
And you can't. And then not only that, when you're doing the show, there's like adrenaline. So it's like you're back to back to back to back. You can pass out.
And that's why they don't know that they should be eating and drinking in between. And once they, I've had people pass out at the red carpet, and I'm like, oh my goodness, she didn't drink or eat all day. It's like, I've been here since 8 a.m. What? I got dizzy just hearing that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Not me. Everyone always say, why you eat all of that? You're about to be on the run. I said, because I ain't trying to pass out.
I mean, certain things you shouldn't eat before because you don't want to get the bubbles.
I mean, I wouldn't eat like a big meal like right before.
Exactly.
But at least if I'm there from like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, and you getting ready to go down the runway.
Show is not until like 6, 7 p.m.
And you can't fit in that dress. Because your belly is already out there, like, okay.
I mean, again, you have to know your body.
Yeah.
You know how you are. So, before, when I eat, I don't get bloated. So, I'm good. Some people, when they eat, they get bloated. So, you have to know your body.
Yeah.
And what works for you.
I agree. You're definitely right about that. Yeah. So, I enjoyed this talk. I've learned some things about you that I didn't know. And so has our audience. So that's great. And, you know, you're still going to be shy, but you're respectable shy. So,
I mean, I wouldn't say shy. I wouldn't call it shy. I'm just laid back.
no, I'm going to say both. I'm going to say both because you do have that shyness. You do have the shyness.
Okay.
You do.
I'll
Have
take
the
that.
Yeah, you do have the shyness. But, you know, like I said, I appreciate you, you know, coming out and doing this interview. You're my very first. And hopefully you were comfortable. And hopefully you want to come back again.
Definitely.
Oh, good, good, good. Because, you know, I have more things in the works. And I, you know, have something for you to do. As always, right? Always have something for you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, thank you for coming out. And I have a little something for you. It's a little gift. Now, this bag was made as a complimentary bag, 914 Fashion Week.
Oh, nice.
This is by CBJ Imprints.
Aw.
I really appreciate her giving me this as a complimentary. She also did the t-shirts for me. She did a bunch of t-shirts, I think about a dozen. And she did these for me in the colors. And your husband, Slim, came up with the color and the print and the name, actually. So I do appreciate him for that. This is Bertha, guys. That's my junior girl. Oh, and the hat that she's wearing was gifted to me by Miss Carrie Quinn. Thank you, Carrie. I'm putting her hats to work. So this is my gift to you.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for coming out. And, you know, we're going to do this again, but it'll be something different. And, you know, I'm not going to tell you what it is now, because you know how I do. So, okay. Thank you, and have a good night.